and I'm going live on Twitch because I wanted to share this project with you that I'm working on. That I'm gonna put tattoos on this character that I made myself. So I haven't tried it yet before I'm starting, so we're gonna stumble through it. But I wanted to show you. I already did this character like last week, but I wanted to show you how to remove this tattoo right here on his arm. This tattoo right here. I want to remove it. So it's a stem tattoo, and what it is under what's called layered image editor. So in order to edit that, to remove that tattoo, I'm going to go into the surfaces, and I'm going to go into arms, and then you can go into edit. It should be there. Arms. Oh, and then you go into base color and click on it, and then go into image editor. And you can see it there on the map. There's the basic skin, then the dirt, and then this is the tattoo at the bottom half of the arm. So I want to edit that, so I'm going to hit accept, and it's going to bring me into a separate editor that is a lot like Photoshop, actually. Why isn't it bringing me in there? Basic color, edit, base color, oops. Okay, so I want to edit this image map, so I'm going to go into, layered image editor. Sorry, I picked the wrong one. So now it's going to open up this image editor that is going to have two layers, okay? The basic skin layer with the dirt on it, and then the tattoo. Let me see if I can find the tattoo. And go zoom to fit. There it is. Okay, so here's the tattoo I want to remove. So if I hit, there's two layers here. There's the Grunfor layer, and that has the dirt and the scratches and everything. And then this new layer is the tattoo that I added. And so since the product doesn't have a remove tattoo layer, you can just remove it here under layered image editor and then hit accept. So now when I go back, it should be gone. Is it gone? Why are you not gone? Is it still on other layers? Or is it regenerating? Let's see if it's also on the translucency layer. So now I'm going to check the translucency layer and see if it's there too. Because I might have to turn it off on multiple layers. Zoom to fit. There it is. Okay, so that's why it's still there, because I didn't got to take it off there too. So it comes on the base layer and the translucency layer. Both have to be cleared. Ta-da! I think it's going to be gone. Okay, so, it's still one more layer there. Okay, so where's this other layer? The chest layer went away easy, but the arm layer is taking forever. Base layer. Did we remove it from the base layer? Oh, it's still there. Okay, so it's gone. So now this guy just has dirt and the regular Grunfor skin. So what I want to do is I've created something in Photoshop, and I haven't tried it yet, so we're all going to try it together. But I created this this file here that's just a translucent PNG file, and it's actually laid up on it's actually, if you turn on all the layers, I've kind of fitted it onto the mesh where I think I want it to go. So I've put one here on his side, one on his above the nipple, and then a spider over here that I want to curl around the shoulder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adjusting it, inserting it, and adjusting it. So I've already saved that as a file, so you don't have to watch that part. But I can show. I'll probably be changing it, and you'll see me do that. But this is just the first try to get it in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to same thing I just did, except I want the torso. So I'm going to select the torso, and I'm going to go to base color. I don't know, it just put some weird stuff on there. What did it put? It put something red and white on there. Let's not do that. Okay, so we're going to put, just use layered image editor. And now I want to add my PNG file to this and then kind of adjust it. I don't know why the tattoo's still there on that one. Okay, so now I'm going to add a new image. And I have saved that under where have I saved it under? Oh, it's just going to my basic folder. Okay, so it should be under the basic folder where I put everything. And it's going to be called what did I call it? Male chest. Okay. So I'm going to go to male. Male chest and back tattoos. Okay. Open. Okay, there it is. So that is my new layer. I wonder if I can name it. I don't think I can name it. But there they are. And so I'm going to try and put them in and see what I get. Oh, is it not transparent enough? Oh shoot, it came out white. Why did it do that? Is it not transparent? Base color, change to white. Oh, those are transparent. There's a setting for that. Anyway, they look pretty good. This one is in the right spot, and this one's in the right spot. I mean, I just need to figure out how to get rid of the white, but they're not too bad. Oh, I know what it is. You have to go to, the transparency has to change. So the new layer, the blend mode, instead of alpha, you put it on multiply. There they are. Okay. And where's the spider? There's the spider. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Ta-da! The spider didn't show up at all. Okay, so they're showing up a little bit like brown because I haven't added them to the translucency layer yet. But what I want to do is adjust them first before I put them on the next layer. So I actually really like this one on the arm here. And I actually like this one. I don't know what's going on with the spider. So I don't know how I want to change it except for Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and keep that because I don't really want to change it that much. So now I'm going to go to the translucency layer and put the same thing in. I don't know why that old tattoo is still there, but so I'm going to add a new layer to the translucency layer. And my source is going to be the same file. Which is called male chest and back tattoos. Oh, it's a JPEG. I have to export it as a PNG, but okay, whatever. It's coming out as a JPEG. And I'm going to make the blend mode multiply. And then hit accept. Okay, I think the reason why the spider isn't showing up is because it's like on his back somewhere. It's like in the wrong spot. So maybe we'll do the spider separate so we can move it around. But actually really like the way that the other two look. I don't even know if I want to change them except for make them a little bit more like opacity. Change the opacity a little bit. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, bigger. So let me see what I can do in the image editor and what I have to do in Photoshop. And then there's also a Photoshop bridge thing. But I don't know if you can use that with layered image editor. So can I make this layer any bigger? Scale, yeah. X scale. And Y scale. Okay, you can. So let's make it 110% bigger. Oops. 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 What happened? It's all gone. Okay. So let's click on him again. And change. Oh, look what happened. It's here under the armpit now. Okay, so they moved too much. Wow, trippy. I don't know what happened, but let's undo. Okay, there they are, they're fine. Maybe I don't want them any bigger. They seem to be working fine. I want them a little bigger. But it says, oh, opacity. Let's change opacity a little bit. Why can't I make it bigger? Yeah, that worked. They got bigger. So we just have to make this one bigger. Yeah, so they got bigger and I changed the opacity. So that's good. So if I want to move them around, I can move them around a little bit. But I'm actually kind of okay with this right now. And then I'm going to add more later. But I actually could turn the Sten tattoo back on because the spider didn't show up. So I might just do that. I might add the Sten tattoo again. Because I don't like the way that it doesn't have a tattoo on that side now. Because the spider didn't show up. So, okay, so why don't I'm going to show you how I made the tattoos real quick. This one is in the wrong spot. The spider. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another one. So I'll show you how I made it. Okay, so in Photoshop, I'm done messing with the chest and the tiger. So I want to just work on the spider. So what happened with the spider is we can't see it because it didn't show up in the right spot. So it's, let's see, so if this is his chest, this would be under his arm. And I thought this would be the top of the shoulder in the front, but I think it's coming up in the back. So I think I need to move it down a little bit. And I saw from my other one that I want him bigger. Come on, Mr. Spider. Why don't you get bigger? Oh, what's the delay there? Okay, so let's see. If I'm at his chest and I come across, this is going to be under his, this is like almost on the back. Oh, is this the shoulder up here? Oh, this is the back of the shoulder. What if I put it here? That's going to be more bicep, right? Let's try that. So we're going to put a big spider on his shoulder and see how that goes. So now what I do is I turn off the background and then export this. Save this as, now I'm just going to save this as the spider tattoo in my library. And now I'm going to export it as a PNG file. I don't know why it kept coming out as a JPEG, but I'm going to use a PNG. I guess they both work, but I'm using a PNG because then it should be transparent. Okay. And I'm going to call it Spider Tattoo PNG in my regular 3D art. So then when I go, so I've saved that as a PNG. So now when I go to I'm going to try again. So I'm going to go to, I'm still on his torso. So I'm going to go to Layered Image Editor and I'm going to add the spider. Zoom to fit. New layer. I want to label these layers, but okay. And then I want to look for my spider. Spider tattoo. And put it in. Oh, look where it's coming out. It's coming out there. Okay, and put it on multiply. And turn off Sten's tattoo. Oh, wow. Okay. That other spider is still there, but it doesn't show up. So, it's like behind his arm or something. I don't know why it's not showing up. So let's see if we can get it to show up now. Or maybe the multiply is making it not show up. Ooh, there it is. It showed up. Ooh, it looks good. See, we made it a little bigger, and then I put it on his shoulder right there. Yeah, so I think the other spider is like back here, and you can't see it. Okay, so that spider's right there. And then let's put him on the translucency layer. That spider came out cool. So yeah, so I'm going to keep working on these until I get them exactly how I want them. And then I'm trying to create my character for a book that I'm writing. His name is Augie. And he's a former Russian Spetsnaz. So adding a new layer here. And so I kind of researched Russian tattoos. I mean, it doesn't have to be accurate, and he's not really a criminal. He was actually a military guy. So I don't really want to put criminal tattoos on him, but the spider and the the growling tiger, and then I put some like military stuff on him too. But anyway, I'm going to keep working on those, and then I'm going to describe them in the book based on what I decide looks good in this picture. So let's put the spider tattoo on the translucency layer and change it to multiply. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it should appear. There. Okay, so now, yeah, there it is. So that does not look bad at all. And that's kind of what I wanted. These other ones don't look as good, so I'll probably work on those. But I'll probably move this one to the biceps and stuff. But for now, like, that looks okay. The spider looks really good, and the other two look okay. So I just want to give him. Actually, I'll give him the dog tags in the in Photoshop. I don't know if you want to watch that. And then I think these pants are not modern pants, so I gotta give him modern pants. He needs different pants. They might not even show, but still, I want to have different pants. So the pants that I found that look most like real, they all look really crappy, by the way, on the waist. If someone could make good pants for men, that would be great. So I'm going to use the Gothic Rock pants, and I'm going to put them on him first before I turn the other pants off. Okay. It says, do you want to replace the old pants? I'm like, okay, sure. So these pants are the most like real fabric that I found, and then I just turn off the waistband. It's red. So I don't know why, but men's clothes all go really high up on their belly button, and women's clothes barely covers them. But men get a lot of coverage. Like, everything is fully covered on men. So you have to just turn it off. So he's got brown. The pants are supposed to be black, but for some reason they're coming out brown. And I figured out that the reason why that happens is because of the lighting. So I just make them darker. Yeah, see? So now he has black pants on. They're not dirty, but that's okay. And so he has the tattoos I added. He has black pants on. And this is kind of the way I want it. I'm going to take him into Photoshop. He's a little bit like crooked. I might mess with him a little bit. Do I dare mess with him? Kind of, if you start messing with it, you're going to screw it up. But anyway, okay, I'm going to make his shoulders just right here. Just this part of him. I'm going to just go this way, which is side to side. So let's try negative side to side and see which way he goes. some of these dials is like you go left and he goes right, you know. So, and then also something is really slowing this regen down, which is bothering me. Usually it's a lot faster because I have a 3080 and a brand new computer, but sometimes you can just load something, like maybe the dirt or the hair. I've got like 3 different beards on him, and that will slow it all down. And so probably the hair, because I put this stupid citric hair on him. So that's probably slowing it down. Anyway, here you can see his tattoos in the texture shaded. So I just want to move him in texture shaded because, see, yeah, the negative goes the other way. So we want to go the other way just a little bit. Just so he's not like so crooked. There. Okay, so he's ready to render. So I'm gonna put the dog tags on him in Photoshop. So what I do is let's see. I probably gotta turn the earrings off too because my character doesn't have earrings and they look a little gay, and there's 3 of them. So let's turn off the earrings too. Okay, so I turned off the earrings too because they're not right. Anyway, I've just started working on this. I'm going to keep working on this because this is for a book cover. It's important. So this is my first attempt at the tattoos for him, but they're going to be like really complicated, and I'm going to keep working on this. I want to add like Russian letters and stuff. Oh yeah, the Russian letters. Where should I add those? Should I do those right now? What time is it? Okay, so for the Russian letters, I'll show you how I do it. I'm gonna, I got a tattoo from, I actually just got a tattoo from, just from a Google search, and you're supposed to have like copyright on those, but if you manipulate them enough, you can get away with it. So I've got one here that I don't think anybody's going to freak out if I use, and it was Russian letters. So let me see if I can find those for you. I think it was these letters here. Oh, I didn't get the JPEG on those. Darn it. Okay, let's do a different one. So I did the spider. I don't really want the skull. The tiger, I'm not all that crazy about, actually. So I might try something else for the tiger. Oh, here's the Russian letters. Nope, those didn't work either. Okay. I'm going to save them right. Is there anything that I saved right that I can put in? Oh, this is the chest. I want arms. Okay, so I'm going to close this file and hopefully you can come with me. So I have a file called library. We want to go to the arms. So like you can see from the preview that the number 3, oh, those are the feet. And number 4 is the arms. So I'm going to open number 4 and turn on. So these are the arms and the hands and everything. So if I want to put tattoos on this, Actually, I can show you one that I already did. Do I want to do the trident? No, I'm going to show you a new one. So, just looking for the one I want to do. So I have, this is the one I want to do on the arm. I'm going to try this one on the arm. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. So this is just a picture that I downloaded from the internet. And we're going to turn it into a tattoo. So in Photoshop. So first I'm going to place it. Let's see, which one's right and left arm? Which arm am I putting it on? Oh, I don't know which arm it is. Let's put it on both arms and see what happens. Okay, so we can kind of use the picture to kind of approximately place it. Okay, and now I'm gonna just select the subject. And that's gonna select most of the tattoo for me. And I can clean it up here if I want. Take off some of the stuff I don't want, like this. My selector bar is too small, so I'm gonna take off some of this and then add some back in. Yeah, so I like the way this had little, it has moons and it has some straight lines, which I think are really neat. And it has a skull, which kind of goes with the Russian theme, but not too much. So it doesn't really matter how accurate your selection is, because you're going to be editing it later. But so I'm going to copy and paste that, and now I can turn off. I can just delete the old layer and call this Skull Moons. Okay, now how are we going to get those to be transparent? One thing we're going to do is double click to the right of the word Skull Moons and blend the red out, and that will take most of the skin out. See how the red is the skin is starting to disappear. There we go. Okay, actually want some of that skin in there because it gives it texture. There we go. That looks really good. Okay, now I gotta figure out if this is the thumb and it wraps around, where do I want this guy? I'm gonna put it in like 3 different places. Oh, I just noticed I've got a little bit of something I need to delete. Like around the edges here, it's showing some shadows of his arm, so I'm just going to erase those. I just need a little bigger brush. See these little shadows on the arm? That's like from the line of his arm. Just going to erase that. Because I don't want to I guess I could mess with it a little bit more, but yeah, I might need to take out a little bit of that detail because it's going to be kind of messy. So I'm going to go back into that and take out a little bit more red. You can also split this thing up. To fine tune it. There. Okay, and there's other things you can do to make the tattoo rounder and stuff like that. You can make it, liquefy it, and then opacity. But because this one's pretty much low opacity already. Okay, so this is his elbow. So if I wanted to do like, let's say I wanted to put this, do I want this on the upper arm? Yeah, we want this on the upper arm. So we need to move it up and kind of turn it. And that's an elbow. That's an elbow. This is the thumb. So where does this tattoo go? I don't really want an elbow. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bunch of different places, and then I'm going to pick the one I want. So I'm going to make a duplicate layer. And I'm going to put that Why are you moving both of them? Just move one of them. Let's put one down here and see how that looks. I don't even know where that is. And then I'm also going to put another duplicate layer. And I'm going to put it on this arm just in case. Because I don't really know where these are going to show up. So I'm going to put a whole bunch and then I'm going to move them later. Delete the ones I don't want. So this guy's upside down for the other arm. So we're going to flip them around. So we got one on the bottom, one on the top. I'm going to put one in the middle. I have a feeling it's in the middle for some reason. But it could be here. Okay. And one more. I don't know why it wants to move both of them. Like this will be below the elbow, a little bit smaller. Okay, so if this is the armpit, this is the thumb, and this is the armpit. So the forearm is actually going to be, I put it over by the pinky more. I might need one more. Anyway, I don't know. Let's see where this all comes out. So I'm going to save this as arm tattoos. Let's call it Skull Moon. Skull Moon arm tattoo. Okay, and I'm going to export it as a PNG. It's saying yes to all of that. And that I'm going to call Skull Moon arm tattoo. I'm actually going to start saving these in my library because I'm saving them in the wrong spot. So, and then I'm done in Photoshop. So I'm going to make that smaller. I don't know why you're seeing two of those, but okay. Now I'm going to go back to Dad's and we're going to put it on his arms. So now we have to find the surfaces for his arms. So we're going to go back to Grunvor. Oops, what happened? Turned him off. Come back. Okay, let me see your arms, dude. So under Grunvor's surfaces, can you just stay in texture shaded, please? Because I don't have time for you to regen all the time. Okay, it's regenning. I don't know why. I think I need to turn that hair off. It just takes forever. So texture shading. So now let's find his arms. So we can just use the surface selector and it gives us both arms. So for the base color, I'm gonna do layered image editor. Where'd it go? Did it just like disappear? Okay, I'm gonna change, oh there it is. Okay, so zoom to fit. And the old tattoo is still there for some crazy reason. And now I'm going to add a layer. And I saved this as, I saved it to my library. And it's called Skull Moon Arm Tattoo. Oops, I forgot to turn off the, I forgot to turn off the mesh, so it's gonna come in with a mesh, but that's okay, let's do it, and that way we can kind of see where the mesh goes, right? Like a learning experience. Okay, multiplicative blend. There we go. So they're on there, so let's see what it looks like. I put 4 of them because I don't know where they're gonna show up. Hey, what's going on there? Oh, the mesh is showing up. Okay, so the mesh is showing up. So we can kind of learn from that. I gotta learn to read the mesh better. Where the thumb is, right? So the thumb goes like this. These all look really good. I mean, all I gotta do is turn off the mesh. You can have these skeletons all over them. I can't really tell which ones are showing up and which ones aren't. But I like them all. So I think I might leave them all. But normally I would just pick one. You can see the moons there. They all look like a little bit different because they're in different spots. So I think I'm gonna leave them. Could I leave them all? No, I think I'll just leave. Okay, so one of them is in the back. Okay, so this one over here is in the back. We can delete that one if we can figure out which one it is. And then this is the same as that one. I don't know which one's left and which one's right though. Okay, I guess we do trial and error. Is there any other way? Okay, the one with this in the elbow, that is the right arm. And that's the one where the thing's in the back. Okay, so let's look for that in Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out which one's left and which one's right, because it doesn't say on here. So I can deduce it because the one with the where the Colosseum or whatever is in the elbow. They both have Colosseums in the elbow. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is gonna be in the back because that's a pinky. So I'm gonna say this is the one in the back, so that's gonna be the right arm. So I'm gonna guess this is the right arm. So I'm gonna turn that one off, and I wanna keep that one on the right arm. Is that what I want? Yeah, so it's coming out in his elbow. The Colosseum is in his elbow. So should I move it down or what? I'll just leave it where it is. And then the other one in the elbow I'm going to take off and move it to the front. Move it closer to the thumb. So the other one in the elbow, this one, I'm going to take off. And then this one is not, it's not close enough to the front. It's too close to the pinky, so I'm going to put it right here, right in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to change the size of this one so that they look a little different, but they're actually going to be the same thing. And I might actually like flip this guy, and then it'll look really different. Or I can distort it. Or I could use liquify. Oh, I don't want that. Okay, well, let's not do that right now. But basically, I moved it. Okay, now what I forgot to do is turn off the background. So now you just have the tattoos there, okay? And then you export that as a PNG and replace your old PNG because that one was a mistake. Okay, now I'm going to close Photoshop and go back to Daz. Okay, and then we're going to fix these arms again. So here, LIE editor, layered image editor. Where'd you go? There it is. Okay, so zoom to fit, turn off. All right. So there's the changes that I made, and the mesh is gone. And it's already on multiplicative blend. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I did it. So the one is coming out in his elbow here, and the other one is coming out on his forearm here, and they're the same thing. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and have both of them, and then I'm going to decide later which one I like. So I'm going to go ahead and put that same map on the translucency layer because I like them both. Actually, what I should do is replace that the Sten one with this new file, but whatever, it's working. So what were they called? Skull Moon Arm Tattoo. Can you see all that? What can you see? Oh, you can't see the layered image editor, but it's there. Okay, there. So now I've done his arm. So I did this spider tattoo, and I'm gonna work on the bear and the other thing later. And then I put like a skull tattoo on his arms. So, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about the transparency and all that yet. So I'm gonna render it and see how it looks. And then I'm gonna put him into Photoshop for his dog tags, but this looks really good. It didn't mess up the dirt, didn't mess up anything. It wrapped around real nice. You don't have to wrap it in Photoshop anymore. You don't have to liquefy it and wrap it. You can just put it on. And I don't think the person who I borrowed this design from will recognize it because it's distorted enough that you won't recognize it. So he's ready to render. So Oops. I don't know what happened there. Hit render. And then I'm just going to render him in this portrait mode because it's easier. But I had trouble with him being low quality. I'm going to check his subdivisions real quick. I had done him on 4. What happens if I do it on 5? Grunvor on 5? Grunvor on 5. Grunvor on 5. What about the hair? Is there anything we can do about the hair? The hair, there's a lot of things you can't do. Okay, one of these beards is gray. It's coming out gray. And I have way too many beards. So I'm going to turn off. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Yeah. That beard was coming out gray. The hair is a little dark, but I can fix that in Photoshop. So yeah, so he has green eyes and dark hair and tattoos and dirt. And he's a little bit less crooked. So I'm liking this. I might have to take some of that makeup off to make him modern and not fantasy, but I think right now this is good enough. And I like the way I didn't get in any of the seams. None of the tattoos. There's a little bit of a seam right here, but anyway, let's render it and see how it comes out. Yeah, so I changed his subdivision level. I would like the hair to show up better, chest hair. I don't know how to do that. Zach, chest hair. Can I make it something better, like, you can't bump it, but can I make it like displacement? No. Horizontal tiles. What will that do? Then I'll make it bigger. I want to make it like darker. Let's change the glossy color to darker. Is it showing up a little better? And then let's change the base color darker too. So I'm gonna have to Google that. How do you get the chest hair to show up, you know, darker? But that looks a little better. I want to make it like more coarse. I could make it more reflective. That's not really what I want though. I mean, that worked. I can see it a little better. Still not great. I think I might make it bigger. Horizontal offset. No, not offset. Tiles. Not offset. Tiles. Why do I keep hitting the same dumb thing? Did it get bigger? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with your chest hair, Zach. And I want the hair here too, but I can't find that. Okay, I'm not impressed with the chest hair changes at all. It looks like they went way too high. Vertical offset. Horizontal offset. 0. There we go. I think they're back in the right spot again. But I did tile them up a little bit. Let's try tiling it 2 times. Sometimes you have to tile. Oh wait, is tiling it making it smaller? Tiling's making it smaller. I have to do it -1, right? -1. That's what I have to do. Yeah, I have to do -1. That should make it bigger, right? Yeah, I think it's getting bigger. You know, they'll be bigger and further apart. But I really can't see anything anyway, so. Oh my gosh, the opacity is at 0.77. Why? Let's make a, that might help. There, he's actually getting some chest hair showing up. I might even make it bigger. Oh, something is showing up. Who knows what it is? It's horizontal tile, vertical tile. I wonder if I could see this like in texture shaded. Zach chest hair. Okay. Let's make it, what if I do -5? I can also add the chest hair in Photoshop because yeah, I mean it's there, but it's not exciting. All right, there's no like scaling it up kind of thing. Okay, so let's render like this. I'm gonna save it and we'll see what happens with the hair. You probably can't see it at this you can't see the hair anyway at this subdivision. You have to render it and then see what hair you get. But you can easily do the hair in Photoshop, but I like to get as much done in Daz as I can because I get lazy once I'm in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and render this puppy. I already had render settings from before. I think I have it on. I already played with the lighting and the environment and everything. So I already have it set the way I want it. I just don't want it to render in Iray. I want it to go back to texture shaded. Okay. Now let me see if I can set up a render window for you. This is where I get the mouse tracks. It's really fun. It's not letting me make it bigger. Oops, nope, not that one. This one. Can you be bigger? Okay, thank you. Now, what's happening? Anything? Hello, Mr. Grunvor. Grunvor. Wo ist du? Grunvor, wo ist du? Waar zijn jij? Grunvor? Waar zijn jij, Grunvor? This is me speaking Dutch. Oh, there he is. Can you see it? Can you see? Yes, you can see it. Ha ha ha. Do I have mouse tracks? Can you see my mouse tracks? Mouse tracks. Grunvor. Waar zijn je? Oh, Grunvor is mooi. Is heel mooi. Look at those tattoos. Beautiful. Grunvor is heel mooi. En de kroon, de eye is groen. Green eyes. And the tattoos, I don't know how to say tattoos in Dutch or German. Hey, dude. You're coming out good. Okay, let's leave him so he doesn't go up and down too much. Can you see him coming through? He is coming through. And I don't have mouse tracks anymore. That's as big as he's gonna get. Okay. I like you, dude. Let me see if I can make him like this big. Oh yeah, now you can really see him. What percentage is he at? He's at 18%. Okay, so it's taking a little bit longer. I think that's because I have the all that hair, and the chest hair is actually looking a little bit better. This is coming out pretty good. Just got some dark areas that are like really like Firefly right now. But I think it's gonna take a long time, and those are gonna render in. So this could be my Augie for my modern book, but I don't know. He still looks a little bit too much fantasy, but like I can trim his hair off and to make him modern. I can make this a little bit darker. And then I think I need to fix the eye makeup if he wants to be modern, but I like the dirt, I like the abs, I like the shininess, and I like these little side things that he has and the way the tattoo into his those muscles on the side. So his face is a little small. His head's a little small and the scar's a little big. So I might have to adjust him a little, but I like the way this 3D spider came out. That's really cool. And I think there's another 3D spider like behind him, but you can't see it. We'll have to go check it out. So this tattoo that I did with the Colosseum and the moons and stuff, you see how it looks real different on the different arms? But you can kind of tell it's a duplicate, so I'm going to have to pick one. I think I would pick the left one that goes down to his wrist. And then on the right arm, I'm going to put something else. I'm also going to get rid of the leopard thing. And then I can move the Navy SEAL tattoo somewhere else. So yeah, it's going to be a process. But I really like the spider. And I guess the Russian mythology about the spider is that it's a criminal. And if the spider's crawling up, that means you're still a criminal. But if the spider's crawling down, it means you're leaving the criminal life or whatever. So I like it. I might write that into the story. Say, what's that spider? That's scary. And he'll say it means I was a criminal. Actually, the story for him is he wasn't really a criminal, but they thought he betrayed them, and so they put this tattoo on him against his will, you know. And they labeled him a criminal so that if he ever gets arrested, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a thief," and then he would go straight to prison. But and that's what happened. And then the Americans found him like near death or whatever, and they saved him, and then he became like a double agent for the Americans. So then he became a Navy SEAL, which is like totally never going to happen in the real world, because you can't be like a Russian and be a Navy SEAL because there's just too much security issues. But in my story, people don't go, "Oh, well, you can't be a Navy SEAL if you did this and that." I always have them have like a lot. There are some special situations where the government will take someone and make exceptions. You know, like if you have a criminal record, or a tattoo, you're not supposed to be able to go into the Navy. But if you have special skills, or you know somebody, or you work a deal, you know, you might be able to slide in somehow. Like I read one story about a guy who he said he would just work in the kitchen for a little while, and he just worked in the mess hall for a little while. And then one day some like commander came through and he said, "Hey, you know, I'm available if I want to do special forces." And he said, "Okay, you're in." And that poor guy, he was assigned to Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which is like the most boring assignment in the whole world. And then he was working in the kitchen, which is also a boring job. And he asked if he could be placed on a team that would train to test for special forces, and he made it. He rose to the top and he made it, and he became a really well known special forces badass guy. And I can't remember the name of his book right now. But he wrote a book about PTSD, and he's remarried and everything. But he wrote a book about the abuse that he faced as a kid. I already wrote a book about him, so I can't use him again. But sometimes I use parts of his story. But yeah, I kind of already used a lot of the abuse that he had. So I have to make up new stories. I think this guy needs some a little bit more crow's feet to make him a little bit older, and still the eyes even further apart. So this Grunvor character has a really short chin and his eyes are together, but his abs are like really, really good. So the next thing I might try is changing his face to like Pharaon's shape, because I like his skin and I like everything except the shape of his head. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna change this guy's head. By the time it gets to the book cover, it's gonna be really different, but it's a process. I'm still writing the book, so. But like, for example, this spider thing that just came up, I could write that into the book. Let's see what percentage we're at here. It's at 55%. Do you guys want to wait? It's going to be like 8 more minutes of this. Let's see if there's anything else I can do in Photoshop while it's rendering. Okay, I could, while we're waiting for him to come through, he looks really good though. His eyes are coming out great. The bulge in his eyes is coming out really good. The hair is not so great. The ears are good. He's got shadow on this side, on his left side, and the spider looks really good. I just don't like the tiger. I gotta work on that. The dirt looks good. Everything looks good. So, and the Zach hair is like going off. So it's interesting. All right, so I can show you while we're waiting for that how I do the dog tags in Photoshop. So let me get it ready. Of course, everything's going slow now. Let me switch this over to Photoshop. So we're going to make the render window smaller. And then, how do I make the Photoshop bigger? Uh-oh. Have I messed it all up? Oh, there it goes. Bye-bye render. And let's make Photoshop bigger. Okay, and let me check and see if anybody's talking to me in the chat. Welcome to my chat room. It is empty. Okay. But last time someone said hello in the chat and I didn't have it open, and I was like, oh my god, someone said hello in the chat. I'm gonna open it next time. Okay, so that render is gonna happen in the corner over here. Like this. You can watch him. He's coming through. So I love watching the render come through though. I mean, it is so fun. Watch the details, things you didn't even know were there, like the hair, the way the tattoos are coming out. It's like makes me want to cry almost. It looks so good. And he's got kind of short, stubby hands. I think I already narrowed his hands once. Like, I think I'm going to change his hands, and I might change his face. The shape of his hands and the shape of his face. But the other thing is, I'll show you, when I put it into a book cover, you chop off like 90% of the stuff. And just, you know, you're really just going to keep the abs, the arms, and most of the face. Sometimes you even chop the eyes off. So we spend a lot of time worrying about that, but really it gets chopped off. Okay, so I'm kind of done with these tattoos. I don't know, I'm just going to save them and be done with them. And so I'm going to open the, I want to open the dog tags so you can see how I add those. How do I open those? Why can't I find my render library right now? Am I like spacing out? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it would be under D for dog tags. Couples, dog tag, character count. Do I not have a special file just for the dog tags? All right, fine. Let's see if I have one here. I don't have the dog tags. So I need to look under someplace else. Actually, this would go under Bex because Bex has dog tags. But whatever. Okay, let's call this we're gonna call this, actually this is gonna be Safe Harbor. And this is actually gonna go under Bex. I got it in the wrong spot. Okay, let's see, what can you see? Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay, see how the render's doing? It's at 88%. So this Photoshop file here is just the dog tags. And then I'll put the guy in and try and fix these around his neck. I wonder if I should just cancel that render. It's at 90%. Should we wait? I mean, how much better is he gonna get? He looks pretty good. It's taken a long time because it's a little bit dark. There's a lot of hair. I increased his subdivision to 5. And so it's been 17 minutes. So it'll probably be another like 10 minutes before it's done. So I think I'm just gonna take what I got at 90%. And because I know this isn't my final anyway. So I'm gonna cancel this guy and save this guy as don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Please save, please don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die, don't die, don't die. There he is. Come back. There. Okay. Grund Vor 3A is what I'm calling this one. Grund Vor. Grund Vor. Muy bien. Grund Vor. 1, 2, 3, A. A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, A. Grund Vor 3A. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3. Okay. I'm saving him to my render library. Okay? Now, what can you see? Okay. So you can see, I'm going to make the DAS small. No, we don't even need that anymore because we're done with DAS. Okay? So you just really need to see the Photoshop right now. Okay. So here's the Photoshop. So I'm going to put him in here. So I'm going to go place embedded and I'm going to get him out of my render library, which for some reason is hard to find. Some dumb reason. Okay. And his name was Grundvor. Grundvor 3A. There he is. Wow, look, he came in almost the same size as the necklace. Yeah. Let's see how big he needs to be. That's not awful. Yeah. It's not awful. But I do want to chop off his hair. Bye-bye. That hair is bad. Actually, all the hair is bad. So, let's try that. Okay. And then did he come in low enough? Yeah, I think he's in the right spot. Let's see where the other guy was. Yeah, he's in the right spot. Okay, let's brighten him up a little. Hey. Hey, dude. You look good. Let's move the dog tags around. This is exciting. This is my first cover for this book that I'm writing right now. Where are the dog tags? Here they are. So now I'm just going to fit these on him. And then what they get is they get a shadow, you know, so they look 3D. And then they get shading so they don't look like they're so, you know, it's all got to match. Sometimes they hang way down here. If I do that, I don't have to change the dog tags so much. But sometimes if they hang too low, then when you turn the title font on, yeah. Like I'm just doing the composition right now, so. Yeah, he's a little low and to the right. Right? Yeah. He's got to be more in the middle, this guy. The other guy was to the right. But if I do this, make him a little bit smaller, I can get both his arms in. I like his eyes. And I might need to flip him. Let's try flipping him. So to flip him, you go to Edit, Transform, and then you want Flip Horizontal. And it, ooh, oh, I don't know if I like the flip. The flip certainly messes up the dog tags. Yeah, I like the flip. Okay, so let's go to the dog tags and adjust them. Haha. No, that's cheating. That's not gravity, right? Because gravity's going to be like this. Okay? So that's when I'm going to have to start messing with it. But I kind of like him to hang like here, and that way it doesn't cover some of the cleavage. But you don't want to cover up the abs, you know? And then, so, okay, so this is what happens. So this is, the tags are in the right spot, you know, like where I want them, I think, kind of, sort of. And then, so I have to like chop it up and just move the chains around. So I would just take like this part of the dog tags and paste them somewhere else. And now I can move that part around. Anyway, the dog tags are like super forgiving. I mean, you can do all kinds of stupid stuff and it forgives you. But I usually spend a lot of time on it, fixing it up. But this is a quickie, so you can see. Basically, I'm just selecting the chain. I'm not even zooming in. I should zoom in so I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, so I missed like the bottom of the chain. So I'm going to add that. Okay, and I'm going to cut that and paste it on a new layer. So that becomes like, this becomes the right, we call this left chain. And this becomes right chain, which is his right. What's going on? Did I label it wrong? Where's left chain? Why does it give me a little box like that? What happened? Undo, undo. No undo? Okay. So I got that side. Now, oh, I was on the wrong layer. Okay, so now I'm gonna circle this. Eek. Okay, and now I'm gonna go Control X, Control V. There it is. I had copied the wrong layer. Yeah, that needs to be fixed later, but you can see how you just adjust the chains. So you place the tags where you want them, adjust the chains, and then we're gonna erase what I don't need or mask it. I think I'll just mask it because I might need them later. So I'm on this one, so I'm just gonna mask this right off with black, 100%. Why aren't you coming off here? Oh, it's too small. Let's make it bigger and hard. There we go. It's I'm just masking it off. And then we're gonna mask this guy off. So it's still there, it's just covered with a mask. Okay? And then he gets a shadow behind that, and I would fix it up. And then he also gets stars on the dog tags. Let's see if I can put those on. And then sometimes he gets scars too. Stars on dog tags. Where are they? They're down there. So that's where the other cover dog tags were. Stars on dog tags, please. Thank you. You can cover up my boo-boo right here. Okay. Okay, so this one says Still Valor, but it's going to be called, but I can show you what it's going to look like. It's going to be called Safe Harbor. And it's going to be green. No, and then we got to mask his bottom half because his pants are showing over the... But I could also just move him back. I wonder if I can just move him lower. Where is he? Grandvor. Grandvor. Come down. Grandvor, come behind my letters. He is below the letters. Ooh. Uh-oh. He went behind a filter. Okay, there he is. No, it's not right. Okay, I gotta mask him bottom. Mask the bottom half there. So you just take a big brush. Oops, I've got the hard brush on. Change it to a soft round brush, and I'm just gonna, so that the title block, and then I'll play around with how much of his hands show. This guy has really ugly hands, so, and like I will work on his belly, how much is allowed to show, because Amazon don't like it, and your title block is there, so you want as much contrast behind your title block as possible, and the lighter skin is less contrast, so just kind of I'll work on the fade there. But there he is. He's got the spider, which doesn't look as good now after I messed with the contrast. The bear is like super prevalent now that I flipped him, so I might flip him again. Anyway, so this will say, this won't be Still Valor, this will be Safe Harbor. Do you guys want to see how I make the Safe Harbor thing? It's kind of getting long here, but I really want to make it because I'm nobody's watching anyway. How long have I been doing this? An hour and a half. It's gonna be really long. I really want to do it though. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna change Still Valor to it's gonna say Safe Harbor. So what we have to do is open up the file with all the fonts in it. Where are they? It's called Cinematic. It's not here. It's called Cinematic Fonts. It's not there. Transferred files. Okay, I don't have cinematic fonts on here for some reason. Yeah, I don't have the font file on here, which is weird. Because how did I do the last one? Oh, I didn't do it on this thing. Okay, I don't have the file, so I can't do it. I have to download it from the source, which was like Creative Market or something like that. So anyway, here he is. I'm going to work on it a lot, but that's the first draft of Safe Harbor. I'm just going to make a export of it real quick. It's going to go under Bex. Safe Harbor 1. Oops. So I can see what it looks like. If I want to use this model even, I might change the model too. Okay. All right. But anyway, that's my end goal, is to get the book cover done. But for now, I'm just doing the tattoos and stuff. So. All right, let's see if we can go back to... So I'm just going to turn off all that other stuff. And that's what he looks like without all this stuff. There. So that's what he looks like imported in. I'm pretty happy with him. Maybe I'll export that as a PNG file and call it something. Actually, if I want to export him like that, I have to fix the I have to fix his masking layer here because he's too much of him is gone. Yeah. Bring him back. Hello. Let's put a background on him real quick. Actually, let's just delete the masking layer. And then let's give him a no, not leaves, thanks. A gradient. What color? Let's match his eyes. Green. Blues. What just happened? Oh, my crop is set to 4x6. Interesting. Huh. No, no, no. I was doing like Christmas cards or something, and so it's set to like, yeah. Okay. That is not good. Dude, you can have your hair back now. There. Okay. So whatever's on top of him is a little bit too dark.